In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, as Alan Brazil says on TalkSport. And how are we doing? As Lucas Kirkby. Lucas? Who the hell's Lucas Kirkby? Never around these days, is he? Funny that, a lot of familiar faces vanished. I wonder where. Yeah, look at that up on screen. Frank Lampard to be sacked as head coach by Chelsea with former Borussia Dortmund and PSG boss Thomas Tuchel replacing him. It will be confirmed later today. What are you thinking? Because I've literally just only found this out about a minute ago. I just was surprised, to be honest with you. But then again, this is a man whose boss fires any old blinking person, no matter what their reputation is. So, FPL tips. You're a fan of Chelsea. What do you think? What do you think of this? Our man Dylan. Chelsea can't even give a club legend some time. Why would they? Precisely, Rajan. Chelsea don't give managers time whatsoever. I wonder how it will affect Chelsea because, yesterday, 3-1 winners against... Who did they play? Luton? To be honest, I was surprised that game went ahead, considering the snow. So I work near Stamford Bridge, Fulham. I was expecting both games to be called off with the amount of snow, but they seem to have done a very, very, very good job about it. Tip saying, I don't really know what to think. Well, you should do. You're a fan. If you're happy, you're happy. Are you happy about this potential firing? It'd be so funny if he wasn't actually fired. That would be funny if he wasn't fired. It's just all this Twitter rumour nonsense, but the fact that it's all out in the open and stuff, I think that this is going to be B. Blair saying B. Blair. Haven't seen that name for a while. Danny Murphy said some senior players were unhappy and spoke to the big boss. Why? Because they're not getting a game. Again, I don't know the ins and outs of this, but, yeah. But we're not here. Well, we're here to talk football, but we're not here specifically to talk about Lampard. No. We're here to talk about this upcoming game week, which only seems like yesterday that, that we finished the game week. I mean, that game week 19 spread over about 2 months. Just ridiculous. Obviously finishing with everybody's favourite man, Grealish getting an assist, Martinez getting a clean sheet, surprise, surprise. And lots of people getting very, very good points indeed. No, I'm not happy, to be honest. More disappointment. I think it's right. Reading about the reasoning behind it, it sounds like his coaching strategy and actual strategy in games were very minimal, which implies it is unlikely to turn around. So disappointed, but I think it's right. Well, against Cheltenham, like I said, they won 3-1, but I'm sorry, but with the players that were playing, they should be winning 5-6, 7-1. I mean, that goal that was scored by them was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Infamous saying no sentimental nonsense when it comes to Chelsea. No, you're completely right. But yeah, game week 19 finished on Saturday, and then it's back to another round of midweek fixtures. And once they finish, then we're back into the next game week fixtures. What did Jason say last night? I can't remember who he was specifically speaking with, but he was basically saying words to the effect of a lot of managers are not enjoying the fact that they can't plan and everything's up in the air regarding you know what. And, for people like me, it's without going over and 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 over. I'm really hoping I'm annoying people doing that. I really do hope I'm annoying people. But and over and over and over. But the reality is, for me, it's just been a season of misfortune. I'm not going to beat about the bush here. And had a bit of fortune last game week, and hopefully move into this game week and push on from there. But the way it's going, who knows? FPL Tip saying apparently he doesn't coach attacking play. The irony. So they just go out and play. Probably not true completely, but looking at as we play, I believe that we have looked clueless for months. Yes. Yeah. Our man Dylan. Chelsea should try out John Terry next. I think he's more of a coach, our man, than appointing him as a manager. But are we excited? What do all the live streamers say? Are we excited? Excited for the upcoming game week? I'll tell you what, I didn't watch any of the FA Cup games. I just find FA Cup games really, really boring. Although, ironically, the one game that I decide to choose not to watch, and I choose to watch Royal Rumble 1992 for a laugh, turns out to be a thriller, which was obviously Man United winning 3-2 against Liverpool. A lot of people on Twitter doing the usual line, the copy and paste tweet. Couldn't you have done this during double game week 19. Flaming hell, get a grip. But it's what I love about the online world. There's no originality. There's nothing original anymore. Everything's just copy and paste. And then you see one person say it, and then you see every other account saying the same bloody thing. And it's just, I don't want to interact with you anymore. Go away. Go away. When I used to, bit of a side note, but when I used to be a Facebook celebrity, absolute BS. But just the timeline, or the whatever you want to call it, the news feed, just all it was just every single individual that I was friends with. It was just every day, just the same status or the same photo, followed up with the same sentiment behind the photo that the next person who had nothing to do with them says. It's just so grim. But that's a complete tangent about nothing, to be honest with you. Fantasy World Order, enjoying FPL at the moment. I couldn't give a stuff about it. Are you a member? If you're a member, you'll understand. Blimey, FPL Lad's here. Good God. FPL Lad, an individual who I haven't seen for a very long time in the streams. Royal Rumble 92, one of the best. Ric Flair with the great... The thing is, when I watched it, ironically, I didn't watch it fully because I basically fell asleep. I just wanted to fall asleep, basically, and I just turned it off. And I watched a further 10 minutes today. And the part of the 10 minutes that I saw was this character called, or this wrestler called Warlord. Warlord. Come out. I can actually... Why don't I just put it up on screen? Let's just quickly show you this freak of nature here. If it comes up, of course. Which it probably won't. Yeah, there we are. Look at this freak here. Oh yeah, there's no sound, is there? Oh no. Look at that. What the hell is that? You know what I mean? Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ludicrous. It's 1992. 1992, and a freak of nature like that pops up. Like you had like you know, like the normal, like within reason looking wrestlers, Hulk Hogan, Sid Vicious, etc., but Warlord. You make Nathan, I was going to say Nathan Bacon then, Nathan Jones look like a skinny boy. I don't know. But yeah, on to, here we are. We're all here to talk about Gameweek 20, and I'm just going to be going through what I'm going to predict in the score predictor game, and see what you guys think regarding this particular upcoming game week. As I always state, I pride myself on my predictions. I do okay with them. I'm not too out there, you know. Although here's a quick funny anecdote. It's not funny, but I'm going to say it anyway. So I was saying in a members only video that I'm sick to death of these people that think they're entitled to 150 points, 160 points. In fact, I worked out that particular individuals, they actually were expecting their players to basically, each player in the double game week, to get a minimum of 10 points each, which worked out, including captaincy, 160 points if they played their bench boost. And I was just talking about, like, who do these people think they are entitled to points, blah, 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 blah. And it's always the ones which, like, come out the woodwork and show off about their score. They'll happily talk about their scores when they're good, but when they're doing really bad, don't want to talk about their team. Funny that. It's pathetic. But anyway. So the irony being, of course, is that I got 132 points. So I was only 18 points off 150, which is mental. But the reality is that I did my free hits based on my predictions, and I based it on the games in which I expect teams to score well, expect teams to get clean sheets, etc., etc. And that's pretty much how I play this game. It's all based on my own personal predictions. Unfortunately, the specific players that I choose, ironically, they play in the right team, they play in the right scoreline, but the problem is that specific player does naff all. The one of the highlights being Sterling. I captained him, hold my hands up, fair enough. He didn't play, he was subbed on, whatever. But then to get a penalty and miss it as my captain, that's a wind up, and it's not good at all, really. But our man didn't say, well done, Steve-O, I've never reached close to 133. I don't think I've ever got over 100, to be honest with you. So yeah, it was an absolute freak result. And to be honest, I think we're going to be getting a lot of these freak results in the next few games. I think, what is it? The next big one is double game week 26, I believe. So I'm thinking this could be good. Got triple captains with Vardy and Rashford now injured. Any news on Rashford? Does anybody have any news on Rashford at all? Anybody out there? Our man didn't say, hoping game week 20 see 100 plus club. Yeah, absolutely. See, this is what I mean. Like Francis Logan, Crystal Palace 1, West Ham 3, and Antonio hat-trick. Funny how it's an Antonio hat-trick. It's not a Bowen hat-trick or a Susek or a Yarmolenko, a Benrahma. It's Antonio, the player that you probably own. Ashka saying, is Pogba worth gambling? Yes. Yes, definitely. For a one-off game. Do it. Do it now. But if you want to play along with your predictions, just throw them in the chat. But we do kick off with... What day is this kicking off on? Tuesday. Tuesday at 6 o'clock. I don't understand this either, this multiple... I know Dread brought it up last night. About multiple broadcasts. I don't quite know what that specifically means, apart from there being it on multiple times, but multiple channels. But I can't quite see why this would happen, because it's not going to be on BBC. Like a Crystal Palace West Ham is not going to be on all formats of Amazon, Sky, and BT or BBC. So yeah, Sammy Ryan saying, "Can you do a wild card?" Yes. Blah 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 saying, Steve-O, you got a massive overall rank. No, I didn't. Because actually, as Jason made the point, and as I stated in the members video, actually last week's rank point total meant absolutely nothing, because I had such a poor game week in game week 18. I think I had about 10 points. It just worked out as an equal, as a basic average. So actually, over the last 2 game weeks, I've stayed in exactly the same rank. 2 million. Brilliant. So actually, I haven't moved up whatsoever. Help me, please. I don't know who to choose my wild card. God help you then. God help you, because I can't help you. Choose the best players. Choose players from Man City and Aston Villa and Man United. That's all you need to. And Tottenham, Man U, Leicester, Aston Villa, and Man City. That's all you need to pick, because every other team are so useless and inconsistent. In fact, West Ham you could throw in there as well. West Ham are consistent. Man City, Aston Villa, Man United, and Leicester, and Spurs. Everyone else are absolutely hopeless. I wouldn't go anywhere near Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Leeds, Southampton, Arsenal, West Brom, Burnley, Chelsea, Fulham, Brighton, Everton, Sheffield United, Liverpool. They're all absolutely hopeless. Absolutely useless. They're just so inconsistent. Like, if you choose a player from that team, it would be the non-popular player that scores, and then the week after the popular player scores, but you've just gone and got rid of him, and it just round and round in circles. Whereas all these other teams, I would argue that actually they all seem to be consistent with their point scorers. But anyway, can we just get on with predicting? Yeah, Steve-O, can we just get on with predicting game week 20? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can, Steve-O. Fozzie, I know you're here. That's not me talking to another Steve-O. That's me talking to myself. Crystal Palace versus West Ham. One team that of late has been conceding a few. The other team has been scoring and keeping clean sheets. So this is a tough one. This is a real tough one. Any news on Zaha playing? If Zaha plays, I'd go with a score draw. Without Zaha, I'd go with a West Ham 1-0, something like that. A very tight game. That's what I'd be going with here. Fozzie saying 2-1 West Ham. Karma Baby 2-0 West Ham. Ramanathan 2-1 West Ham. Matthew Azaishi 2-2. James Palin 1-0 to the Hammers. Yeah, I'd be Zaha plays. FPL lads saying he's been training this week, so that's going to be a goal to Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace will score in this game. I'm going to go with Crystal Palace 1, West Ham 1. They're just going to both cancel each other out. With Zaha playing, they get their impetus back, and FPL Tips is also agreeing there 1-1. Here we go. Newcastle in brackets can't score United versus Leeds. We're doing rubbish United. So that's Newcastle in brackets we can't score United, and Leeds in brackets we're in terrible form United. These two teams, I don't know what's happened to Leeds. I know Dan brought it up the other day, but Leeds of late, they're struggling. They're struggling, and I'd be jumping off the Leeds bandwagon now, which ended about 2 weeks ago. Something going on there, I don't know what, but a bit like Liverpool maybe, running out of ideas. Newcastle, on the other hand, love to defend. Looked like they were going to get a 0-0 draw versus Arsenal, and then obviously Arsenal turned up and battered them 3-0. FPL lads saying maybe 0-0. Yeah, 5-1 to Leeds. Tips, get a grip of yourself. 3-1 Leeds. No. All these people predicting 3 or more goals. Nah, you're mad. I'm expecting this to be a very tight game. Do you know what, FPL lad? I'm agreeing with you. I'm thinking 0-0 myself. Matt Henley, Leeds not looking great, but Newcastle look absolutely dire. Is there breaking news? Hold on a minute here. There could be breaking news. There could be breaking news, everybody, about Frank Lampard. Oh, is it breaking news? Is it breaking news yet? Let's see. There's nothing here. Oh, maybe. Let's just find out if Chelsea have officially announced it then. I wonder if Chelsea have officially announced it. Oh, they have. There we are. Done. It's there up on screen. It is official. Chelsea Football Club has today party company with head coach Frank Lampard. I could have given a lift home. I only worked down the road. Could you imagine that? Giving Frank Lampard a lift home. There we are, everybody. Tips, it's done. It's done. Lampard has officially been fired from Chelsea. So the question is, who will come in? Yeah. Madeline saying £200 million wasted. Who did they bring in again? Werner Ziyech, Havertz, Thiago Silva. Tuchel official to come in? That's the question. Amit saying Abramovich hasn't got a clue. People saying that Tuchel is definitely going to be getting the job. Well, we'll find out in the next. Well, I'm assuming within the next hour. You'd think the next hour. No idea. But well, there we have it. Just to reiterate, to confirm, Chelsea have parted company with Frank Lampard. What's that question there? What do I consider to be a good rank at the moment? Oh no. What would you consider a good rank as of now? 500,000th? Around 500k, something like that. I think that would be good. Maybe, in fact, stuff that. I reckon about 100, 200k, something like that. I reckon that'd be I think that's a good rank. To be honest with you, that's what I consider a good rank as of now. But yeah, there we have it. Well, like I said, going back to this, Newcastle versus Leeds. Yeah, something like 0-0, 1-0 either way. Something like that. But yeah, it's going to be a tight game. This next game, God, these are two tough games to call. Southampton versus Arsenal. I think that this is going to be another one. Arsenal again, love to defend. Southampton and no mugs, like to defend. Marios saying, Arsenal easy win. You are taking the mick, mate. Not a chance. Not a chance of that. No easy wins for Arsenal at all. I agree with the Flying Dutchman. Difficult game for Arsenal, it certainly is. And then again, FPL lad John Mewan saying 1-1. Ramanathan saying 1-1. I agree with you. I think that again, it's another draw. 1-1, 0-0, 1-1. Does that mean I'm going to be predicting West Brom versus Man City 0-0? Southampton Arsenal. Yeah. Maybe even more in favour of Southampton 2-1 with Danny Ings back. They're at home. Maybe 2-1 to Southampton possibly. Maybe 2-1 to Southampton. How's the fence? Fozzie, what the hell are you talking about? The fence. You're going to have to tell me what you mean with the fence. So, now then, West Brom versus Manchester City. Whew. I'm guessing people are going to be putting in their 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. Again, it ain't happening. It really isn't happening. Oh, right, the fence you're sitting on. Very good. Very good. It's not sitting on the fence, it's just I'm a realist. They're going to be tight. Those first three fixtures are going to be really, really tight. Like extremely tight. Crystal Palace, West Ham, Newcastle, Leeds, Southampton, Arsenal. They've got draws written all over them. They're tough games. This game though, West Brom versus Man City. Ono saying 1-0, 3-0 to Man City. Dutchman is saying Mohamed 0-0. James Palin 2-0. Oliver Cripps 3-0, 1-0. I'm expecting this to be Man City to keep their standard clean sheet. Obviously, no Kevin De Bruyne now, which means that no one creates for them because once Kevin De Bruyne seems to leave the pitch, he's gone. I have no idea why Jason brought in Sterling. Don't get me wrong now. Touch wood. Is that annoying? Touch wood. He does nothing, but Jason always seems to have the magic touch whenever he seems to bring in these random players and captains them, but Sterling. Again, I'm hoping I'm wrong. But so here'll be the irony. Sterling will score a penalty. That'll be the irony. In fact, I'm going to call it now. Sterling to score a penalty and a 1-0 win. Done. There we are. 1-0 to Man City. Sterling captaincy for Jason thanks to a penalty. Done. Moving on to Wednesday evening. Wednesday evening, we have Burnley versus Aston Villa. God. Burnley with a crack. I'll tell you what, yesterday's victory yesterday was very important for us. I don't give a damn what team Fulham played. Dereko's here. Flaming Nora. Dereko, you're doing very well this year. Well done to you. In fact, you're doing excellently this year. Yeah, that victory yesterday was very interesting to me because we scored goals. Rodriguez with 2 goals and setting up the other. I think that's a massive, massive, massive insight into us. Usually what happens with us as ever is that the second we start getting on a bit of a run, you kind of want to jump onto their assets and everything. And I think Burnley are definitely a team to watch, although I'm pretty sure our fixtures are absolutely pants coming up. But I'll tell you what, this is a really, really tough game to call. They drew 0-0, of course. What was it? Aston Villa had about 45 shots on target against Burnley that time round, and it was still 0-0. I always say this, we can't score, despite the fact that since I've said that, we scored about 30 goals. I'm expecting this to be very, very tight indeed. I have a feeling, though, that Aston Villa are going to break us just. I think this is going to be like James Palin 1-0. 1-0 to Aston Villa. Brian Tavera saying 0-0. Fozzie saying 0-0. 1-0 to Villa. Yeah, Rodrigo 1-0 to Villa. I'm on that same wavelength. I'm going 1-0. I'm going 1-0 to Aston Villa as well. I'm expecting that to be a very, very close game. Now then, Chelsea versus Wolves. Obviously now managerless. Chelsea, if you are just joining us now, which I don't think you are, but if you aren't aware, Chelsea have just fired their manager about 5 minutes ago now, and they're up against a very very, very good team. I say a good team. Let's get real here. Wolves have been pretty poor of late. Will Chelsea have the new manager bounce? Will they be playing for whoever's in charge now? Will they be putting in a performance to prove that they're worthy of putting in the team? I don't know. But this is going to be very, very difficult indeed. And once again, here we go. How many draws have I predicted? I think I've predicted Crystal Palace, West Ham, Newcastle, Leeds, Southampton, Arsenal, Burnley. Oh no, I said Aston Villa to win that. Chelsea, Wolves to draw. What do you reckon? Chelsea, Wolves to draw. Because this fence is feeling great. Ono saying 1-1, Fozzie 0-0. 2-1 Chelsea, Rodrigo is saying. 2-0 Wolves, Francis Logan. 3-0 Mohammed is saying. 2-2 Nuka Atoms. 1-0 to Wolves, our man Dylan. Yeah, as Dan says. Yeah, I think that could be a good possible predictable scoreline. Oates saying 4-0 to Chelsea with a Werner hat-trick. You mean Werner that can barely hit a barn door? Did he miss a penalty the other day? Am I right in saying that? Did Werner miss a penalty the other day? I forget. I'm sure he did or something. Or he scored a penalty, and I'm thinking that's the only way he's going to get goals is by scoring penalties. But it's going to be close. It's going to be a very, very close game indeed. He missed a penalty. Thank you. Cheers. Shano83 saying, you obviously missed Werner's penalty attempt. It was terrible. I agree. Vincent saying, any donuts? Nah. No. No. Can I turn that into a song? Yes, I can. Does anybody know this? Na 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 na. If anybody in the chat recognises that, I will. Well, I don't need to say anything. Any McDonald's? I haven't eaten McDonald's for. Although I did go to McDonald's the other day, but they went, sorry, you can't come in. We only allow the delivery drivers through now. The only way you can order McDonald's now is through the drive-through. Well, unfortunately, my window on my driver's side doesn't open, so I can't even do a drive-through. Now sing that again, Steve-O. Na 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 na. And then it na 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 na. I am aware that you are an asshole. I really don't care. Yeah, you get the idea with that. So, Fozzie, if you were ever to get that right, I'd actually message the band themselves and make sure that they actually sing along to you. But yeah, Chelsea Wolves, I think this is going to be a very, very tight game indeed. 0-0, 1-1. Wolves can't score. They're absolutely useless. Chelsea are at bits at the moment. I think they're going to struggle here. I really do think they're going to struggle here. Brighton Fulham. God. Fulham on the up, apart from that terrible result versus us, to the benefit of us. Now we're playing Bournemouth, I believe. Eddie, I said it. I was about to say Eddie Howe. Who's in charge of Bournemouth these days? I haven't got a flaming clue, but Fulham Brighton. Armand Dillon saying 2-1. Nuclear Atoms 1-1. Amat saying 1-0 Fulham. Karma Baby copying this. Well, here we are. Both members, Karma Baby and Matthew Zaishi, saying 1-0 to Fulham. Mashed Potato saying 0-0. Flying Dutchman 1-0 to Brighton. 2-0 to Brighton. Francis Logan saying, here we go, Mr. Reed. It's going to be a close one. John McEwen saying 0-0. Brian Tavera saying, all these fixtures are impossible to call. They're all going to be tight. That's what it is. They're just going to be tight games. That's all it's going to be. Very, very tight games. It's such a quick turnaround. Madeline saying Fulham will win 3-0. Nah, I can't see them winning comfortably like that. Can I see them winning 1-0? Yeah, absolutely. Do I predict a 1-1 draw again? I'm going to go Brighton to edge this. I'm going to go Brighton 1-0. Just. Here's the line. Brighton and Fulham, though, it could be, though, 1-1. Now, here's a very interesting game to be looking at. Everton versus Leicester. Whew. This is fantastic. This could be the game of the weekend, midweek. Everton versus Leicester. Everton. Did you notice as well yesterday all the Premier League teams that won yesterday scored 3 goals? Chelsea won 3-1. Liverpool 3-2. Burnley 3-0. And who was the other team that played yesterday that scored 3 goals? I can't remember. Chelsea 3-1. Leicester, sorry. It was Leicester, wasn't it? They won 3-1. You know, Everton, tough team to beat. Leicester, especially a tough team to beat. And that's the thing. There's no Jamie Vardy. How's that going to affect them? I like Francis Logan's score of 0-0. What's that? The 5th one of the predictions? 0-0? Ramanathan, last time it was 2-0 Everton. I reckon a 2-2 draw. No, I don't know about goals. No. No. No, I don't think there's going to be goals in this game. Leicester are really good defensively and Everton are no mugs. What do you reckon? 0-0? Everton to edge this. Everton to edge this 2-1. Or 1-0. 1-0, 2. It's just a goal in it. What is going to be interesting to see is if... who will be playing up front for Leicester? Will it be Perez? Will it be Iheanacho? Will he ask Harvey Barnes to play up top? Who knows? Who knows? But we will. We'll find out. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. But yeah, this is the next one. I'm Dylan. The next one is the big one. Next one is the big one. Oliver, I support Burnley. Man United versus Sheffield United. Man United top of the table at the moment. Sheffield United bottom of the table. Sheffield United, the classic line of the no mugs. Man United, on the other hand, I didn't watch the game. Like I said, I watched Royal Rumble 92. But by all accounts, according to Jason's stream last night, Man United were on fire. Liverpool, specifically Salah, was looking good. Of course, Fernandes coming off the bench and getting that free kick. Does that mean that he won't be scoring again? Flying Dutchman saying, is Fernandes best captain this week? I think Man United or Tottenham. Genuinely. Man United or Tottenham for the captaincy. Man United, Sheffield United. It's the classic line from me again. I am gutted that Rashford's out. Gutted. How long's he out for? Does anybody know how long? Is there any news on Rashford? Man, I'm going to go 2-0 professional job. 2-0 professional job it should be. Is what I would say. 2-0 professional job. Nuclear Atom saying, is Kane a good alternative captain? Absolutely. I reckon Son could be an amazing captain. Ibrahim saying, Maddison or Grealish? Maddison. I just find, I don't know, Grealish just seems to be ticking along. Leicester, on the other hand, it's so different. It's basically a toss of the coin between them two, but what was he, 0.6 cheaper? I think Maddison. Fernandes is due a penalty. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 to Man United, I think. Solomon is saying 3-0 to Man United as Egan is out for Sheffield. I'll tell you a good punt. Martial for this week. And then here we go. This is the next big one, Armand Dillon. Tottenham versus Liverpool. I mean, this is one of those games which could be anything. It could be a really, really tight game where it ends up being 0-0. It could be a really open game like last night where it's 3-2 to either way. I think Liverpool are out of sorts at the moment. I really do think that Mourinho has got to get it into his Tottenham players that they are there for the taking. Liverpool are there for the taking. Once again, I didn't see the match last night, but based on the matches that I have seen in the Premier League, I have not been impressed by Liverpool whatsoever. In fact, I've been very disappointed by Liverpool. They look lack of ideas. I've been saying on members' videos for weeks now that Salah is... Although, of course, he scores twice last night. I get that, but he's looking out of sorts. He's looking... I don't know, there's just something about him. He's just cutting a frustrating figure at the moment, and... here we go. I'm gonna say Spurs are gonna win this. I'm gonna go Spurs to win 2-1. 2-1 to Spurs, but it's the classic line of it really wouldn't surprise me if Spurs won 1-0 or 2-0 and kept Liverpool at bay. It really wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I tell you what though, Son could be a great captaincy shout in this particular fixture, because I really do think Liverpool could be there for the taking. Kings of Assists is saying only Salah is scoring for Liverpool. Yeah. Yeah, the Flying Dutchman saying, I imagine 2 goals from Son. I really do think this could be the start of something special. Harry Dawson is going 3-1 to Pool. Ramanathan, who are the top captaincy options this game week? Son, Kane, Fernandes, Martial. One of those 4. Genuinely. Fozzie saying, I can't see any goals in this game whatsoever. Woohoo! We will see. We will see. Mario saying, I'm thinking 0-0 too. Mashed potato, Sterling captain. Well, Jason's captain in Sterling. I have no idea why. Then again, Jason does have the Midas touch. Anything he seems to touch touches to gold. And he does, anytime he does seem to pick these random out there captaincies, they usually do come through. So, Elite FPL, who are you captaining this week, Steve-O? Fernandes, yeah. And on that note, I'm going to call it a morning. Thank you for joining me. On this. It's a beautiful morning. It genuinely is an absolutely stunning morning out there. The snow's still settled down and everything, but it's pretty much melted away now. The sky is blue. The sun is burning out. I want to get out of here. I want to do some chin-ups. And away we go. Yep, enjoy your day, Francis Logan. Enjoy your day, everybody. Have a good one. And, this should be fun. I'm now gonna see about doing something else. And members, I think you know what that means. In fact, members, stay tuned. I'll be recording a members video straight after the second I finish this stream. Cheers, guys. Oh, yeah, it's the usual story. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you're brand new around here, hit the subscribe button. Follow us on @Elite FPL. And, of course, more importantly, go and join the Discord. Link in the description.